Chapter 61. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Grey Realm, Location, Abyss of Dead Souls, Coordinates, 53, 55, Danger Factor, S.in front of Lu Shu, a large chasm canyon appeared, the breath of the curse of the dead souls emerged from the abyss, a few steps closer. Ahead, a dead soul filled with the aura of the abyss appeared nearby. Imprisoned dead soul, category, dead soul, abyss, danger coefficient, A. Perception range, 100 meters, power, 200. Speed, 150. Defense, 220. Skills, call of the dead soul, substitute death, wailing and screaming. Abyss amplification, description. Specially used for undead souls. The power of the abyss refines these lonely ghosts into its scapegoats. An immortal soul. Lu Shu frowned slightly. The next second, he tried to activate the ability of Monster Prophet. Soon, a boss attribute panel popped up in front of Lu Shu. Immortal soul, category, undead soul, abyss, danger factor, A+, perception range, 200 meters, power, 510. Speed, 430. Defense, 410. Skills, resonance of the undead soul, immortality of the undead soul, reincarnation of the undead soul, soul scream, abyss amplification, description. Undead soul. It was a decent magician when it was alive, but unfortunately it specialized in the magic of immortality in its later years. As a result, the dead soul turned into a monster that cannot be dissipated and transcended. Unless all its substitute dead souls are killed, it will gain endless benefits. Chance of resurrection. Through the ability of Monster Prophet, Lu Shu could easily sense that there were at least tens of thousands of imprisoned souls in this abyss. These dead souls are all the dead souls that replace the immortal souls. Unless all these 10,000 dead souls are killed, the non-dead souls will have unlimited opportunities to be resurrected. However, these 10,000 dead souls all have the skill of calling the dead souls. Simply put, when killing the dead souls, you must kill them instantly, and you cannot let them use the skill of calling the dead souls. Otherwise, you will encounter the endless siege of the dead souls in the abyss. And if we kill them one by one, I don't know how long it will take to kill them until they can deal with the undead souls. Although the boss strength of Dead Soul Abyss is not as good as Castlevania, however, its risk factor still reaches S level. As you can imagine, this copy is much more difficult than imagined. If it weren't for the ability of Monster Prophet, I'm afraid we would still encounter some troubles. Lu Shu frowned slightly. The immortal soul also has the ability to reincarnate as a dead soul. If the undead soul is not killed, even killing the other two nightmare souls and corruption souls will not help. This kind of immortal ability should depend on the abyss to continue. There are two ways. 1. When you become stronger in the future, you can directly rush through the dungeon when you come back. 2. Find a way to move the undead soul to another place to isolate the connection with the dead soul, then kill it, then sneak to the other two boss locations and kill them to pass the dungeon. All the dead souls here have the effect of abyss amplification. Their attributes are much higher than those of ordinary monsters. Moreover, the abyss amplification makes the souls here even attack with restrained attributes such as purification and lightning systems. It has a reducing effect. It is not a good idea to rush in and kill all the monsters. Suddenly, Lu Shu looked at the countdown to the invasion of the Grey World. He had an idea and smiled. Correct. The Grey World only has 1 day left before it will be invaded. I just need to control the exploration range of Dead Soul Abyss, just explore the undead soul, and then go back. At this time, the undead souls will come to attack my Sacred Tree Island, but other undead souls will not come if they have not explored it. Using this method, you can not only weaken the troops around the immortal souls, but also make them lose the effect of abyss amplification. What's more, there is a Tianji formation on my island that can weaken evil spirits, as well as an army of plants and psychic cannons. These dead souls are no match for me. Take out the Marauders map. Do you want to spend Advanced Soul X1 to keep displaying it for 15 minutes? Yes. The next second, various mottled blood stains began to appear on the parchment of the Marauders map, which displayed various information about the monsters in this instance. Lu Shu's eyes were on the little white fox. Little White Fox, can you find the location of the immortal soul based on this route? You have to move quickly. Do it in a day and come back. Lu Shu said. The little white fox nodded immediately. If it is a normal sneak, the undead soul is located deep in the abyss, and there are a bunch of dead souls on the way. It is really difficult to get over. However, the little white fox has the skills of Void Teleport and Void Crack. This distance is not a problem for it. Good. Seeing how confident the little white fox was, Lu Shu nodded. He released the thinking resonance on the little white fox. At this time, Lu Shu could feed back information about changes in the Marauder's map to the little white fox at any time so that he could adjust at any time. The route of action: there is only 1 day left before the invasion of the Grey World, the action must be fast. Cast Void Teleport. Suddenly, the little white fox swayed and appeared in the abyss. Just landed, the little white fox fled towards the void again. The dexterous figure entered the crack in the void. Even if the soul of the dead passes nearby, it cannot sense the existence of the little white fox. Sneaking with the help of the power of the void. With Lu Shu's Marauder's map, you can observe the movement of monsters at any time. This is more convenient than activating Monster Prophet all the time. This skill is more used to see boss skills in advance, and the position is secondary. Every time he performs Void Teleportation, the little white fox can find a landing point with fewer dead souls. In this way, not only can it speed up, but it can also greatly reduce the scope of exploration and avoid contact with more dead souls. During the invasion of the Grey World, the souls outside the exploration range will not be selected for this Grey World invasion. This mechanism allows the Divine Tree Master to use the Grey Realm invasion to eliminate some special monsters with the help of the island's defensive properties. Boom. At this time, the grey mist suddenly trembled. It seems that some terrifying existence is resurrecting. Lu Shu's expression changed slightly. With less than a day left before the invasion of the Grey World, there will also be some unexpected turmoil in the Grey World. System prompt: all sacred tree masters, please pay attention. There is less than 1 day left for the invasion of the Grey World. Those sacred tree masters who are still exploring the Grey World should return to the Sacred Tree Island immediately, otherwise they will face death. When the Grey World began to shake, the souls of the dead in the abyss seemed to become restless and began to move quickly nearby. On the Marauder's map, dense red dots move erratically and quickly. In this case, it will be difficult to find a good foothold. Little White Fox, just choose the nearest route. Lu Shu passed his thoughts to the little white fox. Anyway, the defense of the Sacred Tree Island is strong enough. If you pull in more for the death soul, you will still kill those who should be killed. Move along the shortest path. Very quickly, the little white fox will be arrived at the location of the undead soul. A dead soul with a rotten aura all over its body stood quietly in the depths of the abyss. The aura of the undead soul was quite strange, as if it was connected to the abyss. Perhaps, with the help of this power, the undead soul can acquire such tricky abilities. Little White Fox, don't stay too long, come back. Lu Shu said. The shock in the Grey World has become more and more violent. The little white fox also noticed the crisis and did not dare to neglect it. He hurriedly followed the shortest path and returned to Lu Shu at the fastest speed. He carved a mark around it. Teleportation array. The next second, the light curtain enveloped the large army in the Grey World. Only Lu Shu's clone was left, still staying in the Grey World. This time, I'll take a look at what will happen when the Grey World invades. Lu Shu took a deep breath. Last time, his range of perception was too small, only a few dozen meters. He couldn't see clearly what happened here when the Grey World invaded. However, this time, Lu Shu's range of perception, reaching 130 meters. You can see the scene of the invasion of the Grey World more clearly. Anyway, after the clone is broken, just condense into one again and that's it. It's free of charge. I have explored Yunmeng Holy Land and read many prophecies. Stone tablet. Lu Shu is becoming more and more interested in what kind of existence the Grey World is. World public screen. Time flies by too fast. The invasion of the Grey World is coming before you know it. I really ran back like I was dying, and I will never get stuck exploring the Grey World again. It's too dangerous. The last time the Grey Realm invaded, I didn't dare to explore the dungeon. I only dared to explore some safe areas. I shouldn't die, right? Upstairs, look away. Everyone is mortal. It seems that if you don't explore the Grey World copy, you can live forever. I wonder which big names will be on the ranking list during this Grey Realm invasion. With envious eyes, I also want to be a leader in the rankings. What do you think the tree-laying boss can achieve in the rankings this time? Needless to say, it must be number 1 on the list. Don't forget that Mr. Lushu got the first kill of the Abyss-level dungeon not long ago. My opinion is a bit different from yours. According to my research on the dungeon map of Grey Realm, each area basically only has one Abyss-level dungeon. Let's not talk about whether we can find other Abyss-level dungeons. Even running the map requires very long time. Yes, Mr. Lushu chose to conquer an Abyss-level dungeon directly, so the time he spent exploring other dungeons should be shortened a lot. Therefore, he may not be able to get a very explosive score in the Grey World invasion this time, because of the overall scope of exploration. However, his ranking at number 1 is not bad, right? That's definitely not bad, but I heard that several Sacred Tree Masters have taken off recently, and Mu Yu Tingfeng and Yi seem to have made a lot of preparations for this Grey World invasion, which is to challenge top of the list. Not just those two, there are also some new dark horses. I heard they are pretty awesome. Let's see who is the real king of the rankings. I used 10 packs of primary fertilizer to beat the tree boss. Then I used 10 packs of primary fertilizer to bet that someone else will be the first on the list this time, just the opposite of you. During the time when the Grey World invaded, some people even started betting on whether Lu Shu would be number 1 on the list. Nowadays, primary fertilizer has basically become the hard currency of the Grey World. Whether it is exchanged or used as a bet, it will be accepted by most Sacred Tree Masters. Most people have always believed that Lu Shu is still number 1 on the list. After all, he also achieved the first kill of an Abyss-level dungeon some time ago. There are also some people who speculate that Lu Shu has cleared the Abyss-level dungeon, so the time to explore other dungeons will be compressed. Moreover, the number of Abyss-level dungeons is very rare, so it is concluded that Lu Shu cannot go to the second Abyss-level dungeon again in such a short period of time, so the upper limit is also compressed, in addition to other Sacred Tree Masters. After the first invasion of the Grey World, many of them understood the rules and their strength improved significantly in a short period of time, with latecomers catching up. Under this general trend, some people dreamed of getting rich. The Sacred Tree Master placed his treasure on the left, betting that Lu Shu would not be number 1 on the list. Many Sacred Tree Masters at the top of the rankings also focused their attention on the name of Tree Master. At this moment, this name on the list is so dazzling, and it is also the common goal of these strong men. Mu Yu Tingfeng took a deep breath. During this period of time, she did not have many copy guides, but she was still studying how to get higher points in the invasion of the Grey World. This time, Mu Yu Tingfeng is fully confident that the points this time will hit more than 1 million, or even 2 million. At least, I can't be crushed by that guy with 3 times the points. Thinking about the ranking list of the last Grey Realm invasion, Lu Shu ranked his name 3 times higher and became the biggest background of the Sacred Tree game. Mu Yu Tingfeng felt unconvinced. Even if he can't compare with the other party, he should at least try his best. Defeat is an honor. What the hell is being crushed by 3 times the points? Mu Yu Tingfeng is not sure of defeating Lu Shu, but at least this time, she is sure that the opponent will not be able to crush her 3 times. After waiting for a long time, finally, a prompt popped up in front of everyone, that the invasion of the Grey World is about to begin. Chapter 62. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Sacred Tree Island, there is only a little time left before the invasion of the Grey World. The magical plant has been moved by Lu Shu behind the first line of defense. 2 lines of defense work together to block the invasion of monsters from the Grey World. The spiritual power cannon has also been carried out. Lu Shu's 2 clones took 50 Pikachu and 50 Yumi respectively to the sacred trees on the other 2 islands, waiting to deal with the monsters from other islands. Correct. I also have the shadow fruit and the undead magic fruit, which are already ripe. Not taking it yet. In the past few days when Lu Shu entered the gray world to explore, the shadow fruit and the undead magic fruit also produced one. The remaining other one would have been almost mature if it hadn't been for the invasion of the gray world. Go to the corresponding island. Lu Shu takes both fruits. You have swallowed a shadow fruit, and there is still one fruit left to upgrade to the second level of Grandmaster. You swallowed a fruit of undead magic and your career level was upgraded to master level. The next second, Lu Shu's career panel was immediately updated. Occupation, name, Necromancer, level, Master, attributes, Spirit plus 100, Perception plus 50, Magic plus 500. Skills, Undead Perception, LV2 you can sense the breath of the undead within a range of 3,000 meters, Undead Control, LV7 you can control undead whose danger coefficient is below S+ level, Undead Magic, LV4 consume spiritual power and magic power to summon an undead with a level A danger coefficient, Undead Storm. LV1 control up to 500 undead around with a danger coefficient below B level, and launch attacks towards the corresponding target, Undead Control, Professional Exclusive defeat an undead, completely control it with spiritual power, and cultivate undead monsters, available skill points, 5. Lu Shu's eyes immediately turn to the new skill. Undead Storm. This skill is awesome. It can be used not only for group damage, but also for dealing with individual targets. Lu Shu first tried to add a little bit to the undead storm to see the effect. It turned out that, both the danger coefficient of the undead and the number of simultaneous controls had a very good increase. Lu Shu added 4 skill points, add points to Undead Storm, then add the last skill point to Undead Control. In front of you, the skills panel is updated again. Undead Control. LV8 you can control the risk factor below SS level the Undead Storm, LV5 control up to 2,500 undead around with a risk factor below A+ level, and launch attacks towards the corresponding target. Until now, unless it is an undead creature in an abyss level copy, normal and difficult levels the undead, even the boss, are just nothing in front of Lu Shu. All preparations have been completed. The next second, a prompt popped up in front of Lu Shu. The Grey World invasion has begun. A bunch of monsters suddenly emerged from the border of the grey fog. The first wave of Grey World invasion, mostly zombies. These are the common level dungeon monsters Lu Shu encountered along the way to the Abyss of Dead Souls. There are also a small number of mutant wild boars, as well as larger mutant rhinos, mutant camels and other creatures, emerging from the grey mist and rushing towards the center of the Sacred Tree Island. However, this line of defense formed by Tianling Mine is much higher than the original ordinary ore. Zombies are not that easy to climb up. At a glance, the densely packed zombies, numbering in the hundreds of thousands, are an endless army. However, the first line of defense alone can keep out 80% of zombies. The first wave of invasion, only 20% of zombies can climb onto the body of the same kind in the first place and invade towards the second line of defense. However, just behind the first line of defense, an army of tens of thousands of plants is waiting for the arrival of zombies. 10,000 peas were launched simultaneously. 10,000 pieces of corn and cabbage fell towards the group of zombies at the same time, bursting out a range of damage. The tall nuts formed in a circle form a small defense line of nuts to block the invasion of zombies. The sunflowers at the back continuously gather sunlight to target all plant companions, increasing their attack power. With the blessing of the mythical architecture and the Tianji formation, the plant's combat capabilities have been stacked with several buffs. An extremely dense hail of bullets made of plants fired wildly at the zombies. Every second, countless zombie armies fell on the way to break through the second line of defense. You killed X10,000 zombies, and your defense points plus 10,000. You killed X10,000 large zombies and your defense points plus 50,000. You killed the giant zombie X10,000, and your defense points plus 1,000,000. 2 other islands. Johnny's Island is not invaded by monsters, basically just a few zombies. Lu Shu did not set out from the Dark Knight Island to explore the Grey World, so in the judgment it was basically equivalent to staying in his hometown, and he would not encounter many monster invasions, just send out a clone and kill 2 monsters and that's it. Lu Shu sent all his troops to the sacred tree island of undead magic. Have to say, the scope of Rakshasa exploration is still very wide. The number of zombies that came to invade reached thousands. Do you want to spend 10,000 primary ores to create a line of defense? Yes. The white light comes, the line of defense quickly blocked the nearby zombies. These ores were decomposed by Lu Shu and were originally primary ores built on his own Divine Tree Island. Since it was replaced by Tianling Mine, these primary ores were redecomposed into materials by Lu Shu, which can be transferred to other sacred tree islands at any time to build defense lines. With the new line of defense, the speed of nearby zombie invasions was quickly slowed down a lot. Pikachu, use electric shock. Lu Shu said while sweeping away the sword energy. Pikachu nodded. There are 50 Yumi and 50 Pikachu here, sitting on defense. With Yumi's possession, Pikachu's mental power reaches S-level, and it can release ordinary. The electric shock can basically be said to be costless. However, when this attack falls on a zombie, it is not so pleasant. Zitsy. Zitsy. As bursts of thunder and lightning emerged, various sounds rang out on the field. There was an explosion like a thunderous bombardment. Lu Shu used the 1,000 blades of the demonic knife. With his current attack power, he could kill a zombie instantly with just 1 blade. Soon, the battle on the undead magic island was over. Lu Shu, if the tree is killed too quickly, the Grey World monsters will invade in advance. Keep the speed and keep killing, and the monsters will not be able to come out. Lu Shu also let all the pets on the undead magic island return to their natal sacred tree island. After the zombie invasion there has almost finished, more advanced monsters have appeared, the undead have begun to invade. The border of grey fog, the lowest level of dead souls have begun to move towards the sacred tree island. Generally speaking, such monsters should come from difficult level dungeons and will not invade the sacred tree island in one wave. All I can say is, the area of the Grey World explored by Lu Shu is really too vast. Therefore, even the undead monsters that only appear in difficult level dungeons are also invading in the first wave and appearing on the sacred tree island. Those dead souls instinctively rushed towards the position of the defense line. However, when they arrived at the defense line of Tianling Mine, a blue aftermath suddenly spread out, blocking out the dead souls. The dead soul numbly bumped towards the defense line. Even if it was bounced off by the energy of Tianling Mine again and again, it had no intention of giving up. These monsters only have the instinct of walking zombies. It didn't take long. Outside the first line of defense, in addition to a lot of climbing zombies, there were also a bunch of dead souls. Lu Shu hesitated for a while and did not choose to release the undead magic because these dead souls are too low level. Using magic consumes too much mental energy. Just let Pikachu use his thunder power to kill these undead and that's it. At this time, the pets on the undead magic island have all returned to their natal island and come to Lu Shu's side. Yumi, possess Pikachu. Pikachu, go to the defense line and use electric shock. When the number of dead souls is almost gathered, use an electric shock to clean them up. Lu Shu said. Soon, Pikachu started to act according to what Lu Shu said. Now, these pets can easily understand Lu Shu's meaning. The little white fox's ability is temporarily weak in terms of combat effectiveness, and even more suitable for exploration work. Therefore, when the Grey World invaded, Lu Shu did not let the little white fox go to the battlefield. When the sacred tree regenerated the devil fruit, he would add attack-type abilities. After a while, 100 Pikachu arrived not far from the first line of defense. Tens of thousands of the lowest-level souls had already gathered nearby. They were so densely packed that one could hardly see the end at a glance, blocking the outside of the first line of defense, like a group of ants. unknown disappeared on the field. Whenever the undead souls gathered in batches, when the number was almost the same, Pikachu would perform an electric treatment. Instead of being able to cross the defense line, the undead souls one after another were like a group of mosquitoes, flying to the electric power on their own. Mosquito swatter on. Bang bang bang. There was a sound. The undead souls that came over were already dead before they even got over the first line of defense. Their performance was even worse than that of zombies. As for the zombies on the ground, Pikachu was even much lazier. Take a look. Leave it to the magical plants to fight the zombies. You killed X10,000 zombies, and your defense points plus 10,000. You killed X10,000 of the dead souls, and your defense points plus 50,000. Finally, the number of monsters on the field became more and more sporadic. The first day of the Grey World invasion is finally almost over. Killing the last soul, Lu Shu opened the points panel. Defense points, 6666666. Did you actually get 600,000 points on the first day? Lu Shu's eyes moved slightly. This is nearly 7 times more than the last time he invaded the Sacred Tree Island. In just the first day of the invasion, the points were already so terrifyingly high. Lu Shu began to think, are there too many copies of the exploration? At this moment, several prompts popped up in front of me. Congratulations on successfully resisting the Grey Realm invasion on the first day. Get primary fertilizer X500, intermediate fertilizer X100, and advanced fertilizer X10. Get wild boar X1000, get chicken X500, get beef X500. Obtain primary wood X10,000 primary or X5000. Get X5 searchlight torch. Obtain the primary skill illustration, synthesis. Get the intermediate skills illustrated book, synthesis. Obtain the advanced skill illustration, synthesis. Lu Shu's eyes lit up instantly. This reward is too generous, right? After all, this time, even in the first wave of invasion, several copies attacked at the same time. The number of rewards is of course completely different from last time. Lu Shu's eyes were focused on the new skill illustration, whether to learn skills, synthesis. Yes. The next second the new, skill, panel popped up in front of Lu Shu. Synthesis. Level, advanced, function, using 10 low-level materials, they can be synthesized into higher-level materials. What a good thing. Lu Shu's eyes suddenly lit up. Many divine tree masters do not have synthetic skills. It is estimated that the lucky attribute exploded again, and a rare skill map dropped. To know, in the current trading market, so many high-end fertilizers were robbed all at once. This is also because few sacred tree masters have the skills to synthesize them, so they can only exchange them at a higher price. If it is synthesized, then 10 packs of primary fertilizer can be synthesized into 1 pack of intermediate fertilizer, which can even be exchanged for 11 to 12 packs of primary fertilizer on the transaction interface. If it is a high-grade fertilizer, 15 packs of intermediate fertilizer, or 150 packs of primary fertilizer, will be bought by someone. With the skills of decomposition and synthesis, wouldn't it be possible to harvest wool infinitely on the trading interface? Of course, the quantity cannot be too large, otherwise the price may drop again after the market demand is saturated and adjusted. Anyway, with the synthesis skill, Lu Shu can turn waste into treasure if he gets these low-level materials in the future. The first day's battle was quite easy, basically no consumption. Except for the Natal Island, the battles on the other 2 Sacred Tree Islands have ended. and no monsters have invaded again. The Shadow Divine Tree and the Undead Magic Divine Tree also bathed in sunlight again and began to produce fruits. Next, you just need to focus all your attention on your natal island. It didn't take long, several prompts pop up in front of you. The Grey World invasion begins on the second day. Chapter 63. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. Grey Realm invades on the second day, 2 million defense points. In the grey fog, looking towards the border, the endless army of demons poured towards the sacred tree island one after another. The average threat coefficient of these monsters has reached B level or above. There are no more low-level monsters like zombies and primary undead. If you encounter it occasionally in a copy, of course you can kill it casually, but they formed an incomparably huge army, coming in patches like a tidal wave. Tens of thousands of monsters attack the island every second. If any other sacred tree master encountered such a scene, he would probably go crazy with fear. Psionic Cannon, ready. Lu Shu said calmly. The 8 spiritual cannons surrounded the defense line and aimed at all the monsters around them. The spiritual energy from the spirit gathering tower poured into the spiritual cannons crazily, accumulating energy for its next attack. As long as the monsters dare come here, you can launch a fierce bombardment at them at any time. Pikachu and Yumi's expressions have become much more focused than the first day, and they have begun to take it seriously. The overall strength of the monsters has improved, becoming threatening, and then be careful in the battle coming down. Yumi, possess Pikachu. Pikachu, use 100,000 volts. Set up a thunder and lightning formation to bombard all monsters at the maximum range. Lu Shu commanded. The Pikachus immediately dispersed to every corner of the defense line. Densely packed monsters began to attack the defense line. Some high-level evil spirits and dead souls can break the barrier of Tianling Mine through skills. After all, Tianling Mine, the mine only has a certain blocking effect on the dead souls and evil spirits because it contains aura energy, but it does not have the restraining effect of purification. Once the number is too large or the level of the evil spirits is too high, then the role of the Tianling Mine defense line will be weakened a lot. When the monster is close. 100,000 volts, that 100 Pikachus activated their thunder powers without hesitation. Zitzi. Zitzi. Endless thunder light fell from the blue sky, washing the world and making the entire sacred tree island as bright as day. Possessed in Yumi on Pikachu also began to use the power of the shining fruit at this time to purify various evil spirits. The energy gathered by the psychic cannon turned into a huge beam of light, shooting in all directions. All the evil spirits and dead souls affected by the energy beam of the cannon were destroyed. You killed X10,000 of the ferocious evil spirits, and your defense points plus 200,000. You killed X10,000 of the painful dead souls, and your defense points plus 200,000. Although the efficiency of clearing the site is quite fast, the number of evil spirits and dead souls is too much. Lu Shu frowned. Next, he took out the devil's staff. Cast Undead Storm. A black wind of death suddenly swept towards the nearby undead. The next second, 2,500 undead souls began to kill each other towards the surrounding dead souls and evil spirits. As long as the spirits, when the necromancer uses the undead storm, they can kill each other. But Lu Shu's mental power is quite high. Continuously casting undead storm is not a problem at all. Now, 10,000 undead were rushing towards each other, fighting each other, and their number was suddenly halved. Pikachu and Yumi are also less stressed. Roar! Suddenly, a roaring sound came from the other end of the battlefield. A demon with an evil aura all over its body appeared in the battlefield. The next second, the boss panel popped up in front of Lu Shu. Demon Gul'dan, category, Demon, Danger Coefficient, A+, Perception Range, 200 meters, Power, 510. Speed, 430. Defense, 510. Skills, Blood Demon. Demonic Power, Dominance, Spiritual Roar. Description, Gul'dan is of the Devil A race, of course, the weakest kind. Are you coming? Lu Shu's eyes narrowed slightly. In this attack, the most powerful existence among all the monsters is probably the Demon Gul'dan. Among all the dungeons, the one where the Demon Gul'dan is located is the only one with the Demon Gul'dan. A copy of the clan's bloodline. Of course, compared with Castlevania, the strength of Demon Gul'dan is of course not as good as the cursed Demon King, but it has the ability to dominate and has 5,000 demon imps under its hands. In the distance, a group of skins or the red, small devil with flames on its body jumped to the battlefield in the gray world. Demon imp, category, demon, danger coefficient, A-, perception range, 100 meters, power, 150. Speed, 230. Defense, 120. Skills, demon flame, imp jump. In the battlefield. The devil imp rushed into the defense line and immediately showed great fighting power. The demon imp is performing imp jump, doubling his speed. Suddenly, the field is full of dancing figures of devils and imps. They are extremely fast and physically elusive. Soon, the devil imp jumped the first line of defense. The magical plant attacks the demon. Peas, corn, cabbage and other plants were thrown towards the devil. However, these demons are so fast that they can dodge such intensive attacks in the air. The demon imp starts to plant demon fire. If you are burned by this kind of fire damage, the magical plant will be a little unable to block such high damage. However, the flame attack was in mid-air and was blocked by Gao Nut. Tall Nut is like the father of all magical plants. He is usually silent, but always stands in front, shielding the plants behind him from wind and rain. Pikachu and Yumi rushed to the defense line and began to kill these devil imps. However, the efficiency of lightning power to kill is not high. Each lightning beam can only take away a few demon imps. The speed of these monsters is too high. Even Yumi's fishing missiles have a hard time hitting them. If an ordinary divine tree master encountered such an enemy, he would probably be in disarray. Pikachu, use the shock fruit. Lu Shu said. Pikachu used the physical damage of the shock fruit. Suddenly, traces of fragmentation spread in the air, much faster than lightning. The demon clown was instantly squeezed to death by the power of the shock fruit, and his death was tragic. Lu Shu even cast the devil's curse on the side. Thousands of gray auras emerged on the demon imps at the same time. The attributes of these flexible monsters were immediately reduced several times, and their speed slowed down. Then, Lu Shu he took out the Holy Sword of War. This is a weapon that can only restrain demons. Not even the cursed Demon King can defeat the Holy Sword, let alone the Demon Gul'dan, a demon with a risk factor of only 8 level. When the Holy Sword appears the moment it was in Lu Shu's hands, he cast the 1,000 blades of the Demon Sword. The next second, the Holy Sword split into thousands of fragments and slashed straight at all the demons and imps nearby. The Devil Imp was critically hit by the Holy Sword, causing instant kill damage. Cooperate with Pikachu's output. In front of you, every second, messages about the demon imps being killed pop up. You killed the Devil Imp, defense points plus 1,000. You killed the Devil Imp, defense points plus 1,000. One Devil Imp can bring 1,000 defense points to Lu Shu. And when the Holy Sword is used in conjunction with the 1,000 blades of the Demon Sword, it kills everyone on the battlefield. It's so satisfying. In just a few minutes, Lu Shu gained hundreds of thousands of defense points. At this time, the Demon Gul'dan in the distance roared angrily. It felt that its own kindred were dying in large numbers, and how angry it was. You humble insect, die in the roar of hell. That the Demon Gul'dan launched his spiritual roar. A deafening roar echoed throughout the entire Sacred Tree Island. However, the mental power of Lu Shu and Pikachu Kayumi are both very high, and ordinary mental attacks have no effect at all. The Demon Gul'dan roared for a long time, but it had no effect. Even on the Sacred Tree Island, no one cares about him. Including Pikachu and Yumi, Lu Shu continued to kill the demon imps jumping around to prevent these monsters from threatening his magical plants. A truly outstanding commander will definitely cherish the life of every troop under his command. Demonic clowns pose a certain threat to magical plants, so it's best to kill them first. By the time the Demon Gul'dan finished roaring, Lu Shu had already recovered his holy sword. Thousands of demon imps died under Lu Shu's holy sword. Even if these little devils can jump, they can't fly faster than Lu Shu's blade. After killing all the demon brats, Lu Shu's eyes turned to the Demon Gul'dan. Die. As soon as he finished speaking, he struck down with a sword. The bright sword light bathed in the aura of the holy sword immediately enveloped the figure of the demon Gul'dan. The demon Gul'dan was immediately severely injured. Roar, it roared. The demon Gul'dan activates the blood demon. The demon Gul'dan has activated the power of demons. The next second, the attributes of this boss instantly doubled. The momentum has also increased a lot. Bells and whistles. Lu Shu's eyes were calm. He struck out with his sword again. The holy sword's exclusive damage to demons is quite high. Lu Shu's cultivation level has reached the 5th level of Xiantian, and he has also unlocked a bunch of sub-professional attributes. Demon Ancient Erden was not as powerful as the cursed Demon King. As the sword light fell, its figure disappeared into the holy sword light. You killed the demon Gul'dan, and your defense points plus 500,000. The defense points gained from killing the boss are really amazing. Lu Shu couldn't help but sigh. Zitzi. Zitzi. The battlefield outside the defense line, Pikachu cooperated with Yumi to continuously cause a large number of attacks on the dead souls. Even the evil spirits with a risk factor of a level, faced with such there is nothing that can be done about the terrible thunder and lightning attacks. This is their nemesis. The 8 spiritual cannons continuously extract the majestic spiritual energy from the spirit gathering tower, turn it into a beam of light and shoot towards the surroundings. Each time a piece is fired, there was a large group of dead souls who died under the bombardment of the spiritual cannon. Lu Shu's undead magic caused these dead souls to start biting each other, and the scene looked extremely cruel. In such a battle, there are huge amounts of souls every minute. The army of undead turned into grey mist and disappeared. Other types of monsters were no better than evil spirits and undead souls. When they attacked behind the first line of defense, they were defeated by the army of plants. You killed X10,000 of the ferocious evil spirits, and your defense points plus 200,000. You killed X10,000 of the painful dead souls, and your defense points plus 200,000. It didn't take long. The nearby undead army was gradually defeated by Pikachu's large army. When the last monster fell to the ground, open the panel. Defense points, 2234110.2 million defense points. This is surprisingly higher than Lu Shu's previous highest score. It only took 2 times for Lu Shu to break his own record limit. Moreover, it is twice as many as the last 1 million points. This time, I should be on the top of the list. Lu Shu smiled. Don't forget, on the 3rd day, there will be an abyss-level boss coming. After killing all the monsters today, it didn't take long. Several prompts popped up in front of Lu Shu. Congratulations on successfully resisting the Grey Realm invasion on the 2nd day. Obtain Primary Soul X100000, Intermediate Soul X30,000, and Advanced Soul X8888. Obtain Devil Grass Seeds X100. Obtain Demonic Arm Guards, Diamond Level. Get the Intermediate Demon Skills Illustrated Book, Curse. Lu Shu immediately set his sights on the Devil Arm Guard, equipment, panel popped up in front of his eyes. Demonic Arm Guard, Type, Arm Guard, Grade, Diamond Attributes, Defense 410, Magic Resistance 220, Resistance plus 20, Durability 600, Demonic 8-piece set, March 8th, Set Effect, Demonic Restraint plus 30, Demon Perception plus 25, Demon Gain plus 20%, Description, a staff made by a demon. My devil suit has also reached 3 pieces. Lu Shu's eyes moved slightly. Next, if you want to explore other dungeons, you will probably go to the Abyss level dungeon. Or if there are any higher level dungeons above this, you will have to find the map first. Follow in advanced dungeons, demons will be the main race. Being able to explode a piece of demon equipment and increase the attributes of the set is a good thing in Lu Shu's eyes. Next. Lu Shu's focus is on Intermediate Demon Skills Illustrated Book. A prompt pops up in front of you. Do you want to study the Intermediate Demon Skills Illustrated Book, Curse? Yes. The next second, the skill panel, in front of Lu Shu has been updated. Demonic Curse, Level, Intermediate, Function, put the target into a weak state, and reduce each attribute by 20%. At last, Lu Shu set his sights on, devil grass seeds, seeds of devil's grass, type, devil's plant seed, function, cultivate devil's grass that only grows in the devil's abyss. This grass looks like a devil and can devour the undead and evolve. Lu Shu's eyes suddenly lit up. Devil's grass can even be swallowed by evil spirits. It is a good thing to restrain the souls of the dead. In the future, the display of magical plants will be added, and those dead souls will no longer need to waste Pikachu's mental power to eliminate them. Leave it to the devil grass to devour it, and it will continue to evolve into stronger dead soul grass. Lu Shu immediately buried the devil grass in the soil. Product, devil grass. The growth will be suspended. And Lu Shu will have to wait until the battle is over before all the products will gradually recover. The third day of the Grey Realm invasion is about to begin. Besides, Lu Shu heard two notification sounds. Ding. You have obtained a shadow fruit. Ding. You have obtained a undead magic fruit. Chapter 65. You are listening at NaVoFull.audio. At this time, the rewards for this ranking pop up in front of you. The ranking list for this Grey World invasion has appeared. All Sacred Tree Masters will receive different rewards according to their rank. First place, God level reward. Second place, Extraordinary Weapon plus Diamond Suit. Third place, Diamond Suit. Fourth to 10th place, Diamond Weapons. 11th to 30th place, Platinum Weapons. The 31st to the 50th place, Searchlight Torch X10 plus Searchlight Fire Candle X20. No, 51 to 100, Searchlight Candle X20. The rankings will be announced soon, please wait a moment. Lu Shu's eyes immediately focused on the God-level reward for first place. Other rewards are definitely insignificant to him. Extraordinary weapons already exist. With the diamond-level suit, Lu Shu has the devil's three-piece suit. After a while, it won't be a problem to gather more suits. The following rewards are not very cost-effective for him, but Lu Shu knew very well that God-level rewards were items related to mythology, either a mythical building or a mythical creature. If it had only been gathered once or twice, perhaps the increase would not have been so obvious. However, one day, if all the mythical buildings could be collected, this would definitely be a huge improvement to the overall combat strength of the island territory. And the collected Heavenly Dao stone tablets and Heavenly Gates have already provided a lot of amplification effects for Lu Shu's island domain. With my 6 million points, I'm at the top of the rankings this time, which is safe. Other rewards are of no use to me at my current stage. Only God-level rewards are meaningful to me. Lu Shu glanced at the top of the ranking list indifferently and didn't look at anything else. It's all his own anyway, why need to be anxious? World Public Screen. When the rewards from the rankings appeared in front of everyone, it immediately aroused heated discussion among everyone. Why do you feel like the rewards in the rankings are the same as last time? Who said there has been no change? Didn't the weapons and suits given away be upgraded to a higher level? Can this be called a change? Our overall strength has become stronger. Shouldn't the equipment rewarded by the rankings be upgraded simultaneously? I don't know what the God-level rewards are. This time it's time to add. Ahem, I will definitely not reveal what the God-level rewards are to you. This is his own thing. By the way, can Tree Master get the first place on the list this time? That's definitely possible. I pressed 1,000 bags of primary fertilizer and went bankrupt. The points accumulated by the tree-playing boss this time will exceed 3 million. The upstairs is awesome. The score of 3 million is already very explosive. You dare to bet on it? If you don't dare to gamble, I'll bet that Mr. Lu Shu can get 4 million. 5 million bets are open. Is there anyone who wants to buy it? I'm done with it. I'll buy a $5 million, 100 packs of primary fertilizer. I'll bet on it. Damn it, the brother upstairs is awesome. You really dare to bet? This is 5 million. Although it is said to be the first in the list of tree betting bosses, the score of 5 million is too small. The ratio is 14 to 1. Boss, please think clearly. Don't lose your wealth if your brain gets too hot. Bet. Bet. I'll follow one too. Brother, if the tree-rolling boss really gets 5 million points, kowtow to him. These people are really crazy. You can even think of 5 million points. Are you crazy about fertilizer? Normally, gamblers have this mentality, either they will get rich or they will be poor. Open the world public screen. Lu Shu didn't expect that these people were actually trying to make a deal out of him. By the way, can I participate in a bet? After thinking about it, I decided to forget it. Lu Shu now has a lot of primary fertilizers, so he is too lazy to join in the fun with this group of people. At this time, two refreshing sounds came to his ears. Ding. You have obtained X1 Purple Chi Fruit, X1 Purple Chi Gong Technique Fruit, and X1 Innate Body Technique Fruit. Ding. Your intermediate spiritual tree has been upgraded to an advanced spiritual tree. Finally come. Lu Shu's eyes suddenly lit up, looking towards the sacred tree in the center of the island. That lush tree became much bigger than before. It was like a city made up of a forest. Every leaf became more and more different. It is more crystal clear and radiant than before, as if it contains divinity. From a distance, the sacred tree appears more sacred and inviolable. The sacred tree nourishes the water and soil in all directions. The grass here becomes more lush, and the spiritual energy becomes more intense. The whole world is integrated, harmonious and natural. In front of Lu Shu, the sacred tree panel immediately appeared. Divine tree, stage, advanced spiritual tree, sunlight, 340/day, 3.4 by 100, spiritual energy, 340/day, 3.4 by 100. Subspecies spiritual tree remaining capacity, 12, total 12, products, devil fruit, growth fruit, heavenly spirit fruit production cycle, 4 days, 2200/550, growth points, 20,325, 15.3 x 100 equals 1530/day, next stage, holy tree, 100,000 growth points. Holy tree. Lu Shu's eyes moved instantly. After upgrading to a high-level spiritual tree, the next stage of the divine tree has evolved from a spiritual tree to a holy tree. Moreover, the required growth points have also spanned from 20,000 to 100,000. If you wait until the day it grows into a holy tree, I'm afraid, the sacred tree will undergo unexpected changes in Lu Shu. I wonder if the holy tree will unlock any new fruits by then. Lu Shu's eyes became expectant. Next, that's 3 products. Devil fruit, this thing is really good. After the little white fox was born, it happened to lack an offensive ability. I wonder what kind of special powers this devil fruit can possess. Lu Shu's heart moved secretly. The little white fox's space movement ability is really too strong. If it has a super high attack power, it will take off. Just in time, the next devil fruit will be produced in 4 days. Come out. All that's left is to wait. Lu Shu sat down cross-legged, he ran his skills, absorbed spiritual energy, and began to practice. After these rounds of fighting, Lu Shu felt that his understanding had made several new breakthroughs. Swallowing the heavenly spirit fruit, sure enough. As if it came naturally, I easily broke through the 6th level of Xiantian. The next level behind Xiantian is getting closer and closer. At this moment, number 100 on the ranking list, the name has come out. 100th place. I am really not long out yet. Defense points, 208777, comprehensive evaluation, a level. World public screen. When the first name appears in front of everyone started discussing enthusiastically. Hey, darling, the ranking of the second Grey Realm invasion has already reached 200,000 points for the 100th place. Is your progress too fast? It's rolled up, and the big guys on the rankings are starting to roll it up. 200,000 defense points, this time, does it only have an A-level rating? He is worthy of being a leader in the rankings, he is so terrifying. Brother Long seemed to be around 50 last time, but now he has dropped to 100. Isn't this normal? The competition for rankings is so fierce. Who dares to say that they can always be on the list? Yes, Brother Long can continue to be on the list, and he can be said to be a very high sacred tree master. As the list continues to be announced, on the ranking list, there are familiar names, there are unfamiliar names. I have to say, the changes in the rankings are really unpredictable. No one knows where the sacred tree master who ranked high in the rankings last time will be positioned next time. Even, some of the big guys who have been on the rankings have entered a position in the gray world that they should not be in, or they encountered some problems when clearing the dungeon. Their names will never appear on this ranking again. Got it. Many gamblers who had placed their bets on Lu Shu felt their hearts tighten immediately. The changes in the rankings below have been so drastic, then something will happen at the top of the rankings, right? Of course, no one is sure what the final ranking will be. Now, because there is a betting opening, many people looked at the list of rankings, which were announced one after another, and became nervous. An island. Mu Yutingfeng's heart skipped a beat at this moment. She didn't know where she would be on the ranking list this time. The most important thing is, Lu Shu. Last time, he tripled his points tally. Mu Yutingfeng swore that she would never lose so miserably this time. Call. My current points have reached 2.07 million. I don't believe it. This score can be crushed 3 times by the tree man. Looking at the points obtained this time, a confident smile appeared on Mu Yutingfeng's face. No matter how strong the treeman is, this is only the second invasion of the gray world, and his points will never reach 5 million. Exaggeration, right? What's more, Lu Shu has conquered an abyss-level dungeon. Judging from various signs, Mu Yutingfeng took a deep breath and suddenly realized that her points seemed to have a chance to surpass the opponent. Her heart began to beat puff. Next, every name that appeared on the ranking list could evoke her heartstrings. No, 51, Xiao Qinchuan, defense points, 508777, comprehensive evaluation, a level. 50th place, leading the way, defense points, 528977, comprehensive evaluation, a level. When the ranking is announced to the 50th place, many sacred tree masters discovered that the defense points had reached 500,000 points. This score should be very high. But, why is the comprehensive evaluation still A level? Hey, this is already a rating of 500,000. Yes, why is the overall evaluation still A level? When the last time the sacred tree masters reached 50, their overall evaluation should have reached S level, right? Is there something wrong with the system? Maybe it's this year's divine tree master, but that's not very good. Upstairs, do you dare to say this in front of the list boss? Woohoo, sorry, I was wrong. Unconsciously, the ranking list has been announced to the top 20. No, 21, Master Guiyin, defense points, 100,8777, overall evaluation, S level. 20th place, Legend of Feng Xiaolin, defense points, 102,8777, overall evaluation, S level. Finally, when the defense points reached 1 million points, the comprehensive evaluation at this time barely reached S level. World Public Screen. Wow. Why is this system becoming more and more strict? It takes 1 million points to achieve an S-level rating. This is too difficult. Seeing that among billions of people, only 20 can achieve S-level evaluation, my heart suddenly became balanced. I wonder what score Mr. Lu Shu can get this time. Damn it. Do you think it's possible that the score of Mr. Lu Shu is too high this time, which raises the scoring standards of all of us? When you say that, it seems like this is really possible. Ha, I just said it was right to bet on Mr. Lu Shu, right? There are many trees and the villa is close to the sea. When Mu Yutingfeng saw the conversation above, her heart suddenly skipped a beat. Don't tell me, it's really possible. Currently, the ranking is around 20, and 1 million ratings is S level. Isn't this exactly the same as last time? Could it be that, this time it was Lu Shu who raised the rating ceiling for all of them? 1 million is only S level. How high should Lu Shu's own score be? No matter what, this time, he shouldn't be able to crush my 3 times the points, right? At this moment, Mu Yutingfeng felt extremely uneasy. She could only rely on this method to gradually comfort herself. Finally, the rankings were announced to the final stage. 3rd place, Rakshasa, defense points, 199,0022, overall evaluation, S-level. Second place, Mu Yuting Feng, defense points, 201,7777, overall evaluation, S-level. The names in the top 3 rankings are so similar. Last time, the top 3 are also Luo Sha and Mu Yuting Feng, occupying the 3rd and 2nd places respectively, so there is only one list left that has not yet been announced. The results should be obvious, right? However, at this moment, the billions of players of Shinshu game are only concerned about what kind of incredible results Lu Shu can achieve. Just the next second, the list of number 1 has finally been announced. First place, Lu Shu, defense points, 621,0020, comprehensive evaluation, SSS level.